When you happen upon one, you're not looking for it. If a person is in the zone to receive the message, they're going to have an ocean moment.
Sam and I are both moms with very young kids, and, I want to see our kids grow up in a world where it's okay to talk about mental health.
You got there?
Barely. So Sam and I met when we were in college. I was an art major. She was an English major. Not a surprise there. And even back then, we used to try and collaborate on projects together. I would illustrate some of Samantha's poems and turn them into books.
When I first wrote my memoir, I wrote it for myself. I needed to heal from, the years that I had gone through dealing with anxiety disorder and process that. But now, when I step back so many years later, the book has taken on a different meaning because I know that it's really helping other people too. In one of the first emails I got, it said, thank you so much for sharing your book. It was as if I was reading my own journals, and it was as if you read my mind. Your book made me feel less alone. And it meant so much to me just to hear that phrase the first time. But then as the emails kept coming, people said the exact same phrase over and over again. When Annica and I were talking about doing the Mural project, we just knew those were the words that we wanted to share.
I was painting at Wellingport. Someone stopped me and says, there's a bunch of these murals. I was like, yeah, I do know that. But this total stranger just started telling me about how he'd finally found the right therapist and he'd found the right medication that was working for him.
That was great.
That's what I love the most is when, someone sees the vulnerability on the wall and sees the message, then gives them the safety, the permission, the, bravery to then do it themselves.
When we first conceived of the project, one of the things that I was very clear on was that I wanted to keep the color palette the same because I wanted people to start to see the same message. Even if the letter forms were different, I wanted people to start to feel like it was real. When I see something once on the street, I don't really take it in. My hope in keeping all of the murals with the same message and the same color palette is that repetition will allow people to really start to feel like the message is true.